Hey, good morning, good morning. All right, well, why does it never fail that when you're in a hurry or when you're running late, everything goes wrong? Good morning, YouTube. Never fails. Every time I'm running late or in a hurry, something goes wrong. This morning, my OBS decided it needed to update. So I come in expecting to get on. I get on here at 7:26, and oh no, we must update. We must download updates. So that's what we were waiting on this morning. Had to download some updates before I could even get going this morning. But well, isn't that just about how it goes this year? Nothing seemed to go right this year, so why should today be any different, right? Right? But anyway, I hope y'all are having an amazing day, blessed morning. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe. I gotta get some more coffee in me. I hope everybody's families are doing well, everybody's healthy. I've been fighting off a little bit of a sinus thing with all the wind that's been blowing lately. Yes, that's my daughter's foot. With all the wind that's been blowing lately, it is just stirring everything up, and it's wreaking havoc on my sinuses. And it's not supposed to be any different today. It's supposed to be 75 degrees today with 20 to 25 mile an hour winds gusting up to 45. So it's currently only 43. So, but hopefully that warm up this afternoon. Usually it's a little calm in the morning, but I can see already that we got a breeze going because I can see the trees out front moving. But you need to sit up, baby. Daddy needs to sit back. Oh, there we go. But yeah, with the wind this morning, I'm sure that today is not going to be any different, and will additionally wreak havoc on my sinuses. So again, I do apologize for starting late, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So, and our computers seem to have minds of their own. They want to update when they want to update. Some of these programs don't really let you do what you want them to do. They do what they want to do. So unless you're really good at computers, and you can go in and you can change the settings on the program that you're working with. I mean, I could, but honestly, I've got too much other stuff going on to worry about. Whether or not this thing is working the way I think it should. But I do love the software that I use. I use Streamlabs. I don't know how many of you use it, but I'll drop a link here for y'all. I really like it. It allows a lot of leeway, a lot of stuff I can change in it. As you saw, I can add my start screen and my live screen. I can also put an ending screen if I so desire, but I usually just end them. But I really like this software, except when it does stuff like this to me. makes me wait when I want to get on here. So yes, baby.
My chocolate drinks in the morning.
Well, just go get a new one. We don't want to wake mommy up. But it is a good day today. Woke up on this side of the dirt. Every day on this side of the dirt's a good day. So we take what we can get and we enjoy it while we got it, right? It's been crazy. It's been real crazy. We're winding down. Here it is, October. You know,
October the 3rd.
Halloween coming. I know a lot of the kids are excited. We still don't quite know what they're going to do around here. They generally have several church functions in the area for the kids, but we're not even sure if they're going to be doing that this year. So we had some fresh new cases in our county last week, or week before, I should say now, because I haven't really looked at it this week except once. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. The pup coming to say hello this morning. What? What? Yes, I love you too. Yes, I love you too. And so I haven't really paid that close of attention. Whoops, careful.
Ow.
To the numbers. Let's see if I can go on here this morning.
Stomach feel messed up.
And get a quick. No, that's the school district.
No, my stomach feels messed up.
You'll be okay. There we go. It appears we finally hit 30,000, and looks like we nailed it right on the button at 30,000. But our county had 779 last Thursday, and now we are, oh geez, or sorry, 879 last Thursday, or Thursday, and now we have 881. So that's not too bad. We only got a couple new ones in our county. But the governor set a moratorium, a cases per 100,000 before things open up, and we were considerably above that for the past 2 weeks at 11. So we only have a small county that in the whole county there's only 48,000. It's definitely not the smallest county around, but we only have 48,000 people here, so that basically means that we can only have 4 cases a week. Actually, it means we have to have less than 4 cases a week in order for us to stay under that number of 8 per 100,000. But it is what it is. I don't know what they're going to do yet. They keep saying that they're going to open the schools, which will be good for a lot of people, but still not good for a lot of people. I know for ourselves, as I spoke last week, we're going to put the kids in K-12. Already started all the enrollment process. Just have to shoot down to the hospital, get a quick copy of their shot records, and go over to the school, get a copy of their report cards, and upload those, and then we should be good to go. Our oldest will be starting on October 19th, I believe. So, provided I can get all that paperwork in, which, like I said, it's only 3 pieces, so it shouldn't be a problem. And then right now, our youngest seems to be doing well, but we'll have to wait and see. Good morning, Lisa Lee. How are you this morning? So we'll just have to wait and see how that's going.
I got infected 2 times and I'm still alive.
Oh, gosh. She has an infected tooth. So, but she's doing good.
I've had an infected tooth right here.
I know, baby. I know. But, with everything being closed, it's kind of hard to get her into to a dentist when they're only seeing, like 10 patients a day.
You are not taking me to a dentist.
So.
Because if you take me to a dentist,
oh, hush.
I'll make you pay.
You hush, little stinker.
I'll feed you a lot of Skittles.
You hush, you little stinker. So she doesn't like going to the dentist.
I hate going to the dentist.
You're right, Lisa. Infected teeth are no fun. But she's got one that, a back one that broke off a while ago. And so she's, she usually does fine with it until she gets a little too rowdy with the candy. And then it starts to hurt. Especially because she likes chewy candy. So.
I especially like Skittles.
And she loves Skittles.
Like love Skittles.
But,
you know why?
Anyway.
Because the inside is super sweet.
Yeah, I know, because the inside is super sweet. It's just kind of a strange week this past week, so not a lot going on, but hey, not a lot going on, but I mean, just kind of a strange week. It looks like we're going to be going back to work full time instead of one on, one off. What's your favorite color, Lisa wants to know?
My favorite color is orange and yellow.
Orange and yellow, huh? Turn that down, baby. All the way. Orange and yellow, Lisa. Morning, Pete. How are you this morning? But yeah, it was just kind of a weird week. Wasn't a whole lot going on, but things are winding down in the garden. We got a bunch more beans picked, which is kind of nice. Lisa said the yellow's her favorite too. So, bunch more beans picked, bunch more purple hulls. They seem to still be thriving.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like I'm going to get any spaghetti squash or cushaw this year, which is a shame.
Yeah.
We've had a few Kajari melons drop. Yes, baby.
The only way you're getting me to the dentist is if you let me until I'm ready. Until 5 days have passed, I'm ready.
Until 5 days?
Yes.
Yeah?
Pass. I'm ready.
You're silly.
That's the only way you're getting me to the dentist.
It'll definitely be an adjustment, Lisa. You're absolutely right. It should be a little strange, and nice at the same time. I go a little stir crazy when I don't have a lot to do, and like I said, right now the garden's winding down. We've taken out all the old corn stalks, and we've taken out all the old peas and all the squash and all that stuff. All that stuff's gone. So pretty much all that's left is beans, chard, and peppers. So, and okra. So the okra's still doing pretty good. So we just processed a bunch of peppers this past week. I had a real good harvest of habaneros that I picked. Had a good harvest of ghost chilies. We'll be pinning those and drying them. We had a good little harvest of Tabasco peppers that we've already pinned for drying, and we got a couple more good harvests, I think, of peppers yet coming. Might get one more good harvest of jalapenos before it's all said and done, and probably another harvest of habaneros. Don't know about the ghost chilies. We'll just have to wait and see. But we've been getting pretty decent harvests of bell peppers, so which is nice. So hitting the mid 30s at night. Yep. It's pretty much over for a lot of folks. So I know we still got the way things are going. It looks like we might have another few good weeks. I'm very disappointed with my tomatoes this year. Did terrible with my tomatoes. So put your feet down. Did very well with the peppers, but not good with the tomatoes. They were awful. I mean, they never even really got big. We've gotten a few, tomatoes off of them, but it's more like we've gotten enough that we can eat, but not enough to do anything else with. So none of our tomatoes. I'm just trying to look at the seeing what the 10-day is for the weather. Yeah, exactly, Pete. My ghost chilies, I just picked a bunch of them green on purpose because that's what I wanted. And I'll go pick a bunch of them after they ripen up as well. I mean, I'll leave those pepper plants, my hot pepper plants, I usually leave until the last minute. They're usually the last thing to come out of the ground because they're usually the least affected by the cold. So exactly. We get ghost peppers for Halloween. Let's see. Yeah, it's supposed to be 40s and 50s in the mornings for the next 7 to 10. Nothing really overly cold, so that's not too bad. It looks like this next week's supposed to be 50s and 80s, so I can live with that. That's actually pretty perfect, 50s and 80s. Excuse me. So it's about perfect weather. I could do without all the wind. So good morning, Julia. How are you this morning? Exactly right. It's a bad year for tomatoes there too. Last year was great. I did fantastic last year. Even with the early frost, I did fantastic last year. So this year I haven't heard yet. I think they're kind of playing it by ear for the trick-or-treating. Excuse me.
I want my big.
I know a lot of places aren't doing it. A lot of functions won't be going on. Like I said, I know the churches around here all do big get-togethers, and I don't know that that's going to happen this year. Put your feet down. So we'll just have to wait and see. whoops, what did I do? I accidentally changed locations on my my weather report.
Now he looks like
There we go.
alien.
But yeah, it's so 50s and 80s should be pretty nice. Should give the garden at least another good stint. Like I said before, had some Kajari melons drop, which was awesome. So we'll have a bunch of good seeds from the Kajari melons this year to toss up on the seed swaps. With any luck, I have 2 decent Cherokee tan pumpkins that have all hardened off, and I'll probably be, I mean, they're little, but I'll probably be cracking those open pretty soon and getting the seeds so that I can dry those out and get them ready for seed swaps. What else do we have this year for seed swaps? My acorn squash was incredibly prolific this year, so I'll have a bunch of those seeds as well. The acorn squash were just awesome. So I mean, you can't beat good acorn squash. So I didn't get any butternut squash this year. The squash bugs got all my plants before the squash were even of size that I could attempt to eat. Same with my spaghetti squash. The same with my cushaw. They got my. They even got my cantaloupe. So the reason I didn't get more acorn squash is because of the squash bugs. So this year was just absolutely horrible for us for squash bugs. I mean, we just had a ton of them.
And every time
I went through.
I destroyed it.
I went through. I think it's a 15-pound bag of diatomaceous earth. I went through a 15-pound bag of diatomaceous earth this year. I went through 2 bottles of neem oil. So one baseball-sized watermelon and 1 patty pan. Yeah. See, now my zucchini did fantastic, but I think they did good because they started producing really early on and just loaded me up. I mean, I had so many zucchini, there was no way I could use them all. I still have a ton of zucchini in the freezer. So, but
also, we have a broomstick in here that's made out of
you remember? Cinnamon
bark.
We have a cinnamon broomstick in the living room, and makes the whole house smell amazing. Makes you want to eat. You know?
Even though my dad told me that I liked pumpkin pie, but it had a ton of cinnamon in it.
She didn't believe me that she liked cinnamon. You planted spaghetti squash 1st of August, have 6 starting to ripen. Wow. Oh yeah, you got hit with powdery mildew. Okay.
All I can
Yeah, see,
smell
I
is
planted
cinnamon.
late. The problem was I had a ton of squash bugs.
Smell is cinnamon.
Excuse me. And they just devastated all my vine crops. I mean, they were killing them as fast as I could replant them. So, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do this next year, but I'm going to have to figure something out because I can't stand those things. So, I may have to go somewhat old school, y'all, and just clip all my chickens' wings again and drop them in the garden. So I know they do tend to eat some of the blossoms and a few of the plants, but in order to salvage and get some squash, it may be what I have to do, you know. So, and we love spaghetti squash. So, and this year I just nothing. Like I said, I mean, I still have one plant out there, but it's not really doing anything because it ended up getting cold. It started to spread and do well, and then we had that cold snap, and I think it just stunted it into saying, oh, it's wintertime. So, but the Kajari melon was doing well. We trellised that. We trellised the loofah. Next year, I know to start my loofah early. So, I looked yesterday and I got a couple of itty bitty little loofahs. So, they're not going to make it. We'll be in the 30s here in a few weeks. So, maybe even sooner. I don't know. It just depends. You know, the weather around here is kind of like the mountains. You don't like it? Wait a minute. It'll change. So the wind has really been my nemesis this year. The wind has just wreaked havoc on a lot of my plants. I mean, I've got plants that are almost laying at a 25, 30 degree angle because of the wind. Because the wind just blew them over, and they never recovered. So. So that makes harvest interesting, you know, when part of your plant's laying on the ground. So, but exactly, you can eat the baby loofahs like okras. I mean, they are a squash after all. But we had hoped that we'd do well. And don't get me wrong, this year's garden was a blessing. We did well with a lot of things. We did very well with a lot of things. And we had some that just meh. And then we had some that were just downright ugly. My tomatoes were ugly. Ugly. Like I said, handful of tomatoes. Matter of fact, the tomatoes that I started from seed, there's a local nursery here that I buy a few tomato plants from every year, and only because they do all heirlooms. And so I bought my tomato plants from them, and they never really got going. And even the ones that I planted from seed never really got going. I mean, they all got 3 feet tall. I mean, it was terrible. So next year is a complete mystery. We're gonna have to tear it up, till it up, stir it up, mix it up, put some more gypsum down, you know, put some more peat dirt down, and exactly right, Julia, exactly right. It's like going to Vegas. You rarely hit the jackpot, but there's just enough coming that it keeps you trying. Exactly right. Oh, that was a great analogy. And that's pretty much what this year was like. It was just enough to keep me interested in the garden. You know, I was very disappointed this year. We had peas early, and then nothing. So, and then onesie twosies, you know. So I just called it, tore them all out. The bush beans did very, very well, especially early on. And they've given us a few later, but they did super well early on. The problem for me is with my bad back. It was hell just getting down on my hands and knees just to cruise along and pick them all. So the wife and I have decided that if we do bush beans, we're putting them in raised beds, raised beds, so that I don't have to get down quite so far to pick them. All of our pole beans, my purple whole peas, the jade beans, the Trail of Tear beans, the top crop beans have all done very well, especially this latter part of the season. So bush beans did amazing. We're still producing when you pulled them. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that weird? My bush beans, they did fantastic. Like I said, especially early on. I did some of the burgundy beans, and they did awesome. We did rattlesnake beans, which did very well.
I love rattlesnake beans.
We did Kentucky Wonder bush beans, and they did very well. So, but like I said, the pole beans have done very well, especially second, third, fourth harvest. We have, I don't know how many bags of beans in the freezer. So I have definitely decided we need another freezer, because one's just not enough. It looks like we may even get one more harvest of beans out of them if it doesn't get too cold in the next few weeks, because we just had a bunch of blossoms and now we have a bunch of baby beans. So we just have to wait and hope. So did run into a good deal the other day at one of the local markets. They were selling taters, 10-pound bag for $1.99. So bought a couple of those. Wife and I are going to process those up and just cube them up, and with some onion and bell pepper. We like the southern style. So we're going to cube them up with some bell pepper and some onion, and throw those in the freezer. Blanch the potatoes and throw them in the freezer for hashed potatoes, fried taters. We may shred some up for some hash browns. We'll just wait and see. But I definitely like them southern style with the peppers and onions. So the chickens are doing very well. We still have our rotten rooster Kyle. He is just rotten. So he is not long for the world now. He's of a size now where he'd probably make a good meal. So, excuse me. You have red noodle beans that are still going. My yard long beans did very well, especially in the spring. But the chickens are doing well. I think I've got 4, maybe all 5 of my hens are laying now. Right now I'm averaging 2 eggs a day out of my 5 hens, so which is actually just absolutely perfect. Could I use more? Yeah, I could use more. Bountiful baskets every week. Absolutely, I have to check that out. I'll have to go check that out, because that's where we are. So I forgot you were over in Lovington, Julia. But yeah, the chickens are doing very well, and I'm very happy. If I could get the daggum things to lay in a nest instead of on the ground, it would be better. But they seem to like to lay on the ground right now. I guess I'm going to have to put one of the nest boxes down low, try and entice them to go in there that way, keep them from laying on the ground. But at least they all pretty much lay in the same spot. So which is good. But they are laying, so that's the important thing. Our rotten rooster Kyle, like I said, he's fixing to be dinner. The other rooster is super mellow, very relaxed, very quiet. So we may keep him for a bit. Anyway, we'll see. But old meanie butt Kyle's definitely short for the world. So, but long for our bellies. So, which will be good. And the chicken tractor's doing well. I'm going down this weekend, and I'm going to get the wheels, so I can set the wheels up. I'm planning on doing a pivot style wheel that you just lift the handle and turn it and lock it into place, and it pushes the backside down and puts it on the wheels. So similar to the lawnmower wheels, I guess, but a little sturdier. And we'll go from there. Mm-hmm. Also going to finish putting together the top piece that I have planned for going on there, a insulated. I don't. It's going to be like Taj Mahal, chicken tractor Taj Mahal. I guess it's more or less going to be an area for them to sleep. That is insulated. That's the word I was looking for. That's insulated so that so they don't get too cold this winter. And I'll put a ramp down off of it so it comes down into the pen, and so it'll give them more places to wander and eat and not have to worry about picking through their own poop quite so much, because right now I have it set so that they have bars on the far end for them to sleep, roosting bars, and I'll put those up in the upper piece, probably along with the nest boxes. I'll put them on the back side of it so that you can just pull them out and check the eggs. So, which should be nice. And I probably won't worry about closing it off so that they can't get in there and sleep in there or whatever. I may just leave it alone. But I'm also going to put a small piece of scrap linoleum down on the floor to make it easier to clean. So that'll make it easier just to spray it out and keep it clean. So, but anyway, other than that, life is good. Food on the table and roof over our heads, so can't really complain too much, right? It as crazy as all this has been, it's been good. At the same time, I think it's allowed a lot of families to remember where their importance lay. Bring especially families closer together. I guess in some cases it may not be a good thing if you got rotten teenagers or something. But I truly believe that this has probably been overall a good thing, because, like I said, it has brought a lot of people together, and we'll just have to find out what goes on. Yes, Julia, I did. I planted some some cauliflower, some broccoli, some kale, all of which are coming up. Always do well with kale. Whether I do it in a raised bed or in the ground, I do well with kale. Right now I just have the red Russian kale going. I don't have any of the blue Scotch kale that I usually grow going. I may toss some of that in one of the raised beds and get it going. My broccoli and cauliflower are still little, but I put them in an area that will be easy to cover with a small covered house that I'm working on with a modified little hoop house to go over the top of them. So, but other than that, I don't have a lot of fall stuff planted. I think we kind of just we got a little bit of burnout on it, but not bad. But exactly right. Katie, good morning. How are you this morning? And yeah. 2 grown children and a granddaughter living with you. See, it is. It's interesting times. And it is making for. I think it's making for stronger families. I really do, because when you do more stuff together, you stick together more. But there's a interesting looking shadow behind me. I was just looking at this shadow right here behind me. It looks like a white flame. It's sunlight coming through my curtains over here, but I have a tree that has a limb that hangs down, and the wind's blowing, so it looks a little bit like a white flame behind me. But anyway, yes, I think it is bringing some people together, and which is kind of why I restarted my gardening to begin with, was to get my girls out there and get them interested. Even our 13-year-old has gotten off of her phone and come out there several times to help us this year, so which is kind of nice. I know. I looked. I was like, "What is that? Is my couch on fire?" But it's gotten the girls out of the house. The chickens have gotten them out of the house, so which is a good thing. So I'm trying to get them back to see what it was like when I was growing up on the ranch. So. And I want them to learn those values. So, yes, baby.
I didn't even know we had broccoli and cauliflower in our garden.
That's because Daddy planted it while you were still asleep. But, yeah, the broccoli, the cauliflower, the kale are all doing very well. I'm tempted to harvest my ginger. I have some ginger and some raised beds, and I'm really tempted to harvest it. I may wait and just let it go dormant and come back strong in the springtime. I'm not sure yet, so we'll just have to kind of wait and see. I may just harvest it and replant it next year. So, but should be fun. I mean, I just planted some little pieces, and I got some nice stalks out of them. So we'll have to see how many nodes they decided to come up with. But
Node and toad rhyme, Dad?
Yes, node and toad rhymes. And so I do have that still yet to harvest. So we'll just kind of have to see. Pete, I think you're probably right. I think there may be another baby boom. Grandbaby is 5 and loves having the garden. Oh yeah. Oh, the cucamelons. That's the one thing I forgot to plant this year was cucamelons. I was going to, and I forgot to. I may have to plant some of those next year because I know that Maddie would love them. So she got mad at me this year because our sweet pepper plant died. So
that's because the sweet peppers are my favorite peppers.
Yep, she loves to eat sweet peppers. She'll eat them right off the vine, So
until we plant a sweet pepper bush thingy, I'll forgive him.
So we'll get some more sweet peppers for next year. So
I'm not gonna wait again.
But yeah, I agree with you there, Pete. We may have another baby boom. I know I have another grandchild on the way. So I have my youngest daughter over here. She's 6, and my oldest granddaughter will be, oh my goodness, she'll be 5, I believe, in January. So, and my next grandbaby, please quit. My next grandbaby from the same daughter, oh my gosh, she's 30 already. My 30-year-old daughter will be the same month, and that's when she's due. My oldest daughter, our 32-year-old. What?
I will be 7 when it's January.
No, you won't. You won't be 7 till May.
No, when it's her, I can't even explain it.
You will not be 7 until May. The baby will be born in January, but you won't be 7 until May. And then our oldest daughter, the 32-year-old, she has a 3-year-old, or soon to be 3 in February. So, 4, 3, no, already there. 4, 3, and 2. Yeah, 2-year-old. So she'll be 3. Our 23, 22, 23-year-old. Anyway, our granddaughter there, please stop it. She will be, she's 3 right now. Go.
Yeah.
She's 3 right now, and she will be, she'll be 4, but that won't be until July. So, but so yeah, right now we have 3 granddaughters, and 5 daughters. So this one's the youngest. So Maddie is the youngest. Good morning, Tina. Be still. You're kicking the camera. So this is your first year growing cucamelons. They were a hit, huh? Awesome. Baby, quit.
I could sit.
No.
Right there.
And yeah, we'll have to give those a try next year. I've got some more plans for the trellises. I'm probably going to do another high trellis. This year I did 3 of the long trellises, and this next year I'm probably going to do another one of the hoops, and get rid of one of my long ones. We're not quite sure what we're going to grow next year yet. We got a pretty good idea, but we do know that we're going to separate it thoroughly so that we have so that we don't have so much growing together. This was Maddie wants me to show you. This was her Leaf Man project. Whoops. Her Leaf Man project from yesterday for school.
And it's
okay.
And it's steady to hold.
Go set it back down over there. So her teacher, they read a book called
Leaf Man.
Called The Leaf Man.
Yeah.
About fall, the changing of the seasons. So yeah. Well, what's so funny is my birthday's in January too. So now it's gonna be my birthday and 2 granddaughters' birthdays in January. Baby, you are. So it should be fun. Whole bunch of January birthdays. We've got January, February, March, April, May,
June,
July,
August, September,
no,
November,
July,
December,
September,
November.
November,
December,
July, August,
September,
November.
December.
So yeah, we got almost every month covered. But we have a bunch of them we'll have 3 in January. My mom and pop's birthdays are both in March, and our son's birthday's in March. Don't. Our April is, I don't remember them all. That's why I have Google Calendar, right? To remember all those. That's why you have Google Calendar.
Dad, I have a calendar. I have a calendar.
Yes, hello, I love you too.
And it's
Yes.
Saturday.
The pup, as you can tell, is getting very big. She is Catahoula and Anatolian Shepherd. Catahoula leopard dog, Anatolian Shepherd. So either way, she's probably going to be 100 pounds plus.
She's going to be humongous.
And if she grows into these long Anatolian legs, she's going to be huge.
She's going to be humongous.
So, yes, I love you too. Yes, I love you too.
She's probably going to be as tall as me.
Anyway, y'all, we're knocking on an hour, and Mama Z's getting ready to start. So I will cut it so we can go visit Mama Z. And I sure do appreciate y'all dropping in and seeing me. And I hope y'all stay safe out there. And keep your family safe.
From the coronavirus.
No dough, no problem.
Stay away
Just
from
grow.
the coronavirus.
God bless y'all. Stay safe and goodbye, YouTube.
Also, stay away from people that have the corona.
That's right. Y'all stay safe
They'll
now.
make you sick and
Bye-bye.
you'll die.